Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean you can't party. The snow and cold temperatures shouldn't keep you indoors. After all, you have a backyard. Why should you use it only in the summer? The idea of a wintertime outdoor party comes as a surprise to most people, but it's far more achievable than you might think. However, it does take some special planning. First of all, let's discuss the obvious problem. In an outdoor winter party, how does everybody stay warm? The answer to this question is multifaceted, and we'll touch on it throughout this video. From serving the right foods to planning the best activities, there's a lot that goes into keeping people warm and happy in cooler temperatures. Next, even though you'll be outdoors, you should still provide a way for guests to warm themselves. Trudging into the house every 15 minutes is obviously a bad idea, since it would be a pain for guests and result in a lot of cleanup for you. Instead, consider renting a heated party tent for the occasion. Heaters sit outside the tent and blow warm air into the tent underneath the tent walls. They're quiet, so they won't interfere with your conversation. Also, they run on propane, so they only require a small amount of electricity to operate the fan. Each heater has a thermostat inside the tent that you can adjust to your comfort. For additional warmth and protection from the wind, you can request us to secure the bottom of the tent walls for a small extra charge. As mentioned earlier, the activities you and your guests will engage in should help keep you warm. To start with, even though you already have a heated tent, you could have a bonfire or an outside fireplace outside the tent as well. Roasting marshmallows, hot dogs, and other food is a good activity to help keep your guests warm. Next, snowball fights and sledding can be great group activities if there's snow on the ground. Depending on the age and the comfort level with activity of your guests, any activities involving a lot of movement will be great during the winter. If your guests are more mature and less active, they might prefer sitting around the fire to talk. Try to situate your fire and sitting area in a place that has a good windbreak in case it's breezy that day. Also, be sure that the tent is safely located away from the tent to avoid damaging it. Besides hot dogs and marshmallows, try to have some warming foods available for your guests. Special pastries that can be cooked over the fire are always fun. Soup, ciders, and warm drinks are obvious choices. You don't have to have an entire meal of heated foods, however. Just make sure that some of your dishes contain warming spices such as cinnamon or cayenne pepper. From table and chair rental to party activities, these are all tips you need to plan your own wintertime outdoor party. When you're ready to rent a tent and keep your guests warm, rely on Tents4Rent.